And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom, bringing you that live sauce, bringing you the live updates, bringing you everything that's going on in the space. Also, news and entertainment. We've got a lot to cover on the program today. Just as always, we're jam packed. Lots of sauce, lots of stuff to cover with you. What you want to do is when you tune into this, I want to make sure that you guys check the date stamp on the video. So today's date is June 13th, 2024. Okay, June 13th, 2024. And that's the date of this video. So the reason for that is because YouTube sends out random videos, right, all the time. So with what we do in the crypto space and the different types of passive income platforms that I talk about, they are very time sensitive, right? So you don't want to accidentally sign up for an old platform that's just an old dead internet site that's not going to do anything, right? And so in the space, some of these are very time sensitive. So it's very important to make sure that you're watching the correct date, right, when you tune into the Unlimited Freedom Network. And once again, today's date is 6/13/2024. So we're going to get into the updates, right? We're going to get into the updates. Polyvera has gained a lot of traction. I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about all of the paying platforms, right? We're going to talk about the trading tutorials, right? I'm going to go over a little bit of what's been going on with the crypto trading, what's been going on with binary options trading. Just a reminder of all of the free information that I have for you, right, when it comes to that. And then also what I've been doing. We had a great trading session this morning, 17+% on that. Got the news of the day. Obviously, Hunter Biden is in the news. He has experienced some convictions. So now we've had a prominent family member of the president convicted of felonies. We've also, to go along with the previous president who's just been convicted of 34 felonies, right? So we've got just a lot of corruption going on, and that is we're going to cover that, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about Hunter Biden's situation, just in terms of all the different things that can happen in life. Addiction, you know what I mean? The crack epidemic of the 80s. I was alive during that time. I grew up during that time, so I remember that very well. We're going to get into a little bit of the info on that and just get you up to speed on what's going on with the news topic there. We've got a new cheater in the news, right? A new cheater. This is this poor guy. Looks like he's in denial, right? So we're going to get to the cheater in the news. This poor guy's in denial. I mean, you're going to hear his story, right? I'm going to react to his story. And basically, guys, I mean, the guy's just flat out in denial. He's got all of this proof, right, that his wife doesn't respect him, that she's cheating on him, that she's unfaithful to him, and yet he still is asking the question, is my wife cheating? Even though the proof is right in front of his face. This happens all the time in relationships, guys, because that feeling, that love feeling, can really blind a person to what's obviously going on. So we're going to try to wake this guy up in our cheaters in the news. It's going to be a good one, right? It's going to be a good one today. We got a lot of good sauce to get into with you guys. And then at the end, we're going to open it up for questions and comments, right? So if you do have any questions, if you do have any comments, if you have anything that you want to talk about or chat about, just feel free to drop a chat into the chat box, and I will be happy to get to that, right? This is, we're breaking down the fourth wall here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. So that means if you guys have something to say, boom, just throw it in the chat, and I will get to it. I always love hearing from you guys in the chat. So that's what we got going on today. Today's June 13th. We're going to do the crypto updates in the crypto space. We're going to talk about the platforms that are paying. I want to focus a little bit on Polyvera because that one's really gaining some traction. We're going to go over the trading tutorials. We're going to go over the Hunter Biden debacle, the cheater of the day, cheaters in the news segment. And then we're going to get in the questions and the comments. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And first thing I'm going to do is share my screen, and we are going to talk a little bit about Polyvera. All right, and so here we go. Maximize your earnings with advanced trading bots. So this platform is picking up some speed, right, in the space. This platform is picking up some traction, right? And that's good because these platforms need to have traction, right, in order to continue for longer periods of time. The main reason why platforms fail right away, we are all familiar with the platforms that come out. They're here for like 3 or 4 days and then they rug. And you got the whole cacophony of voices out there that go, it's a scam. It was a scam. Right? Well, actually, what it was is they didn't pull in enough money to keep their operations solvent. Right? And so if not enough investors come in, of course it's going to fail. That's with anything. Any small business that is started that's going to be successful 9 times out of 10 is going to need investors, right? Whatever business it is, whether you're trying to get into the music industry, whether you're trying to get into TV, whether you're trying to get into radio or whatever it is, you're going to have investors, right, to start a business. So any business is going to have investors. And if there's not enough money to start, the business will fall flat on its face, which is why it's a good thing that Polyvera is gaining some traction and that there is some money being funneled in, right, to this platform. So what does it do, guys? It's a trading platform. So let me go ahead and sign in. It's a trading platform, trading bots, right, which is a pretty popular thing these days. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me again. Oh, no, man. Don't do this to me again. My autofill of my password it's just been weird. It's been like one day it's working, the next day it's not. And I really rely on that autofill because I don't like having to go in and do it manually each and every time. But we're live and we're doing it live. All right, so here's the situation with Polyvera. It's a trading platform, but you don't actually have to place the trades, right? You see that the company does the trades, right? And they show their signals, they show what's going on, and they're doing arbitrage, right? Crypto arbitrage, which is a pretty big thing in the space. And so that's what they're doing. But they are a trading platform. You can have the light or the dark, right? So we can turn on the dark, right? And usually you use that dark if you're like staring at the screen for a long time. But whichever you prefer. I prefer the light for this one. And basically what you do is you fund the bot and you launch the bot, and then the bot makes you passive income daily. So let me show you how to do that. What you do is you go over to the left-hand side of the screen where it says launch bot. So if you can see, I'm circling over that. Click on that. And then you choose the arbitrage bot. Hit continue. Now, at this point, you're going to choose what kind of crypto you want to trade, and you're going to choose the amount of days that you want to have it in there. Okay? So if we wanted to trade Bitcoin for 30 days for $100, it shows that it would get a profit of 30. The total ROI would be 130, and they'd be giving you 1% a day. Let's do something more interesting than that. Let's choose Ethereum. Let's go ahead and do it for 90 days, and let's do $5,000 worth of Ethereum. Boom. So that's cool. Look at that. It gives you 1.8% a day, right? Which is amazing. You're going to get a daily return of $90, right? A total return of 262%. The ROI total is going to be $13,100, right? And you get $8,100 in profit. So, I mean, that's crazy, man. That's a real trading profit, right? That's for somebody who really knows what they're doing in trading, where you can put in $5,000 and then after 90 days, you've got ROI of $13,100. Keep in mind, this is 1.8% a day. Now, with what we're doing at the Unlimited Freedom Network, with my trading and with what I teach you, we go above and beyond that, right? So you can make exponentially more when you learn how to trade. But the cool thing about this is that you don't have to do any of the trades yourself. And that's why I'm a part of it, because I do both, right? I like to do the passive income opportunities that trade on my behalf. Sure, why not? If I can make money doing it. And I also like to do my own trading, right? So why not? Why do one or the other when you can do both? Right. But like, for example, this does 1.8% a day. We did 17% this morning in a matter of minutes. Really, the whole session was maybe 30 minutes, probably less. 17%. Right. Now, this does 1.8% per day with this particular crypto. And you can choose any crypto you want. Like, for example, we could do BNB. We could do, let's say, $2,000 worth of BNB and do it for 50 days. Right. And let's look what what kind of result that would get us. Boom. A profit of $1,450, a percentile growth of 1.45% a day. Right. So this is good news, guys, on this front with Polyvera. It's good news because this is a good platform, and it's important that there are teams being built, and it's important that there is money that's coming in, right? Because it takes money to make money, right? You see what happens when the money stops coming in, guys. You see what happens, right? The platform ends up rug pulling, and then you've got half of the people out there say it was a scam, the other half say it's going to come back. And it's really neither. It's just that the money ran out, right? So start trading in 3 easy steps with this. You sign up for a free account. You rent a bot. You activate and earn, right? Link is in the description, guys. Polyvera. All right. So we're going to, now we did this new platform announcement yesterday live, right? And I'll probably put out a new platform announcement on this on the regular videos as well, not the live broadcast. And because I'm trying right now, I'm trying to bring the best of both worlds, right? So obviously, we're not trying to overload, too much content, but at the same time, there's certain people who don't watch the lives, who do like to watch the shorter form videos, like 10-minute or less videos. There's people who like the long form content, who would rather hang out here on the live stream and listen to all of the sauce, right? Get the crypto, the news, the entertainment, everything that we talk about here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, and prefer to do that, right? So I've got kind of 2 separate audiences that I want to bring in, right? And that's why I'm thinking about doing, at least one regular 10-minute or less video per day, along with the live broadcast per day. But like I said, we're trying new things, right? I want to grow, right? I want the Unlimited Freedom Network to continue to try new things and to continue to be a cutting edge source, right? For all kinds of different information, guys. So FXM bot. This is a new one. It's been online for 1 day. All right, and you've got the starter plan, which is 6% daily. How's that for a starter plan? And then you've got the expert plan, which is 11.5% daily. Now, the interesting thing about these plans are that they're only for 8 days, so that's 8 days worth of risk. Now, on for this particular program, this FXM bot, they're going to have enough money coming in. Right now, they've got $36,000 of total turnover. Right. And they're going to have a lot of money. They're going to have a lot of money coming in to keep this up. Right. So with something like this, the question is, are they going to make it 8 days? Right. Well, if people deposit, yes. If people don't deposit, then it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Right. You say, oh, I'm just going to sit back and wait. Well, it's going to crash. You know what I mean? Like, I've got $200 deposited in this. And so far I haven't had any. Let me go ahead and log in. Let's see if it's gonna. Oh no, guys, no, man. My security thing is not working. Bummer. I thought it was back. This is FXM, so let me just search for it here. All right, so I'm logging into my back office now with FXM bot. So it looks like I've got $16. So it looks like I was paid for one of the days. Okay, and because it is $12 a day, so you can see my 12 in Tether, my $200 deposit. Okay, and it's a simple back office, right? It's a simple to understand platform. There's 8 days of risk, right? And it needs to perform for all 8 days in order for us to break even and get the profit. Okay, there's no, it's not like you're going to get your seed money back at some point, right? You might with this 11.5% a day, you might get your seed money at like the day 7 or day 6, right? Uh, or day 8. But the total return is 192% on the 11.5% daily plan, and the minimum deposit is 2,501. Right on the 6% plan, the minimum deposit is $25. Right, so just about anybody can get into that, and that would be, something where you just want to kind of kick the tires, see how the thing works, give it a try. Right. Most people can afford to risk $25. All right, so that's what's going on with FXM bot. This is a new one. I did get paid. So let's see if we can do a withdrawal. How about that? Let's see if we can do a withdrawal, guys. So I'm going to try to withdraw $12 of Tether TRC20. My wallet's not set, so I'm going to have to set the wallet. So I will show a live withdrawal tomorrow because I'm not going to set the wallet here live on the broadcast. GAAP. This is another one that I'm going to be doing a new platform announcement for in the next coming days. And basically what this does, guys, is it's a arbitrage trading system. An intelligent quantitative system is what they call it. And I've gotten $300 put into a trading account. All right. And I have a total of 505 in the balance. Right. So I've got 205 that I'm waiting on. I have to hit this VIP 1 status in order to put in the additional 200. All right, and then this shows what it does, guys. So it's 1.2% through 1.5% per day. Okay, and that's what's going on with GAAP. So we're waiting to get a return, an ROI from that, and then I will also do the withdrawal on that, and we will talk about how that all works out. So far, nothing has happened with this. We're just waiting for that first ROI to come in. It should be coming in, pretty much any time. Let me click on withdraw. Yeah, see, I've only got 205 in there. Okay, so that means that no ROI has come in yet, as of yet. Okay, so once it does come in, I will let you guys know. Volervest just made it through 3 cycles, and I do need to actually log into this one so I can show you guys the types of percentages that this does. And once again, of course, my auto login is not working. It's okay. Putting the username and password there. And logging in. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into this. So this one is Invest Smart, Grow Fast, Real Estate Reimagined. It's got a good number of members here, over 3,000 members. It's been online for 16 days. And it looks like they've done a lot of deposits and withdrawals. I mean, at least according to their numbers here. So it's pretty cool. It's basically a REIT. It's a real estate investment opportunity, right? You can get in for $50, 3% a day. You can do a $1,000 plan, 4% a day. A $2,500 plan gives you 180% total. You can do a $5,000 plan, gives you 250% total return on investment. And the interesting thing is that one's a 5-day plan. So that means they've done 3 cycles of that, which is actually very impressive. Okay, it's actually very impressive, guys. And then they have properties in Tbilisi as well. Now, for real estate, you can make a lot of money in real estate, but The downside about real estate is you have to be constantly paying attention to your real estate business because you're dealing with real property, right? And don't let anybody tell you that real estate is passive income, because it's not. You're working. You are working, baby, to maintain those properties, to hire people to manage those properties. It's a lot. But if you get into a REIT, then you can do it actually passively, and that's what this is. It's a REIT. Okay, this one's 3.5% daily, minimum deposit $500. The Urban Pioneer, 30 days. 4.5% daily, $1,500, 30 days. That's the Transit Gateway. Capital Connect Commerce. This building is $3,000 to get a piece of this. 10-day investment, 200%. $6,000, 5-day investment for the Caucasian, 300%. Okay, 300%. So that means that $6,000 turns into $18,000 in 5 days, and they've done that 3 times. That's impressive. Okay, to me, that's impressive. So the question is, how far can it go, guys? It's an interesting company. The website is well done. Everything's looking good here. And yeah, and so far the profits have been good. I've done a few withdrawals from this. I haven't had any problems. So they're active on Telegram, right? They're active on Telegram. I have a good communication with with my contact over at ValorVest on Telegram. So really everything is good with that. Now let's get into some of the longer term plays. We're going to talk about here a Signat. Then we'll talk about dividend growth. And we will talk about Magic Wand as well. Magic Wand's not a long-term play, but it is it's an interesting D app that I'm a part of, so we'll get into that also. But with a Signat, you've got stability proven over time. Okay, they've got deposit investments here, where you can get 0.55% a day for 30 days. You can get 0.7% a day for 60 days, or you can get 1.1% a day for 90 days. These are Monday through Friday. You've also got crypto staking. Now, the cool thing about crypto staking is they're paying you just to put your crypto into their platform. They're paying you. So you can stake, for example, BNB and get up to 36% a month. Get paid just for having your BNB in the platform. The BNB is still going to fluctuate with the regular markets. But just by having it in a Signat, you get paid a daily percentage, right? So that's cool. And the fact that they've been doing this for 5 years, that really says something, guys. Now, I want to show you something else that's cool. Look at this. I just 2 of my terms were completed. I completed a $1,000 term. Look at this, guys. I made $339.89. Okay. Dear Unlimited Freedom, deposit for the amount of 1,000 USD has successfully completed its term according to the terms of the tariff plan profitable asset. Your earnings were $339.89 USD, right? In order to continue to receive a stable profit in our project, thereby increasing your capital, you can reopen a deposit, which I did. You have received this letter because you are a registered user of a Signat. If you no longer want to receive these letters, you can set up the distribution of notifications here. Best regards, Team of Signat. And then underneath that, we have one of my Easy Start plans. Was deposit amount for $259. I made $32. So once you're done with the plan, and I got the 1,000 back too. Once you're done with the plan, you get your whole seed money back, you get your profits, and you get this letter from a Signat. And they've been doing this for 5 years. What's not to like there? I mean, that's, to me, that's we haven't seen anything like that in the space. Right. So it's really definitely something to get into. And I'll be talking about that more on my other Signat presentations as well. We're going to do some presentations on the regular video format also. So I'm not just doing live only. Right. But I do want to get more in depth with you guys and get more interactive as well. So that way, if you guys got any questions or comments, hey, just throw them in the chat and we're good to go. All right. We've also got Dividend Growth Ltd. And what this does, guys, is it gives you 0.65% a day and 2% affiliate commission. Simple as that, right? So it's a very, very simple program, and it's been running for over 2 years, right? So this is another good one if you're looking for something that's, a little bit more stable, right? And 0.65% a day is nothing to sneeze at, trust me. We also got the Magic Wand. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Magic Wand. I've got $185 in this. I make daily earnings of 93 cents, right? And what is the Magic Wand? It's a D app. And what does it do? It gives you 0.5 fixed daily interest, right? So all you do is you stake, you set up your D app. If you've got if you've done D apps before, you have to have like a MetaMask wallet or some wallet that connects to your browser, right? And then you set up the D app there. You allow the D app to connect to your wallet, and then boom, you get to be part of the contract, right? And you can see all the numbers here, right? And this could just continue to go and make a lot of people a lot of money. But like I said, you would have to have people actually joining the program and being part of the plan. This is what we were talking about earlier. This is my quick trading real account with pocket option. This is our trading tutorial segment. And basically, guys, this is actually, let me refresh this because it's not showing the candlesticks. And this is my favorite trading platform for binary options. Okay, I've got a link to this in my description, as well as links to all of the other platforms that I talk about on here are all linked in the description to the video. But this is one of my favorite, if not, no, it is my favorite binary options trading platform. Okay. Why? Because depositing's easy, withdrawing is easy. They don't hassle you at all with the withdrawals, which guys, if you know about trading, you can get hassled when you try to withdraw your money. It's just a sad truth of the trading industry. Pocket option never has hassled me at all for doing a withdrawal. Plus, when you use my link, you can get a 50% bonus when you sign up, right? That means if you sign up and you pay $2,000, you get $3,000 to trade with, right? If you pay $1,000, you get $1,500 to trade with. Okay, and then you do your trading account, right? And I've got a trading course in my description. It's $299. It gives you everything you need to know to have a profitable trading strategy. Because when you're with Pocket Option, you want to make sure that you have a profitable strategy and that you stick to your strategy. You learn things about yourself when you're a trader, right? You learn things about life when you're a trader. You can, and man, it's so good for self-development. Because if you can overcome certain things in trading, you can overcome those same things in life. Okay. And it's just a powerful thing. It'll make you a better person, right? Not to mention make you a lot of money, right? The potential is there to make exponential amounts of money. We just talked about it. We did 17% this morning, right? Other days we've done 30%, 20%, 3%, right? Just there's no comparison to when you learn how to trade on your own, right? It can really set you free. And all the links are in my description, guys, under trading resources, right? And also my Morpheus Crypto Trader channel, I give free content, right? At least a couple times a week. So make sure that you're tuning into that as well if you are interested in trading. All right. Let me show you the percentage of what we did today on that. We had $1,000 account. Let me share this tab. And yeah, we had $1,080. We ended up with 1,266, and there's the increase. So this is the percentage increase calculator. I show you how to connect with this and everything else on the channel and in the trading course and the trading tutorials, right? Percentage increase calculator, guys. You plug in your initial value, then you plug in what you ended your session with, and then it will show you your increase for that session, right? And it feels good to start your day off making 17%. All right, let's look into the health and wellness area. And that's Live Good. I'm having my Live Good coffee right now. I've also got my supplements here, right? I take my supplements every morning before my workout, right? So I'm gonna be taking that, and I'll show you what I get. And it just works really well for me. You got the super greens and the super reds because we just don't get enough greens and reds in our American diet. I use the organic coffee. I use the energy, endurance, and electrolytes, the E3. This is a pre-workout supplement, right, to give you the sauce when you're getting ready to work out. And I use the creatine for muscle growth and healthy muscles. You've also got the lean body composition for those of us who need to lose weight. I mean, there's just a lot of great stuff here, guys, and the prices are awesome. I mean, if you look at this, you can get this bottle for $18. It gives you 30 days worth of product, right? And try buying an energy drink once a day for 30 days and see if that costs you $18. I guarantee you it's going to cost you a lot more. You can't beat the quality of the products, and you can't beat the prices, right? And that's why Live Good has become the #1 network marketing company for 2 years in a row. And when you sign up, you can get the products, and you can also become a member, and you can get your own online store, right? That way, when you share your online store with others, you get a commission. When they buy product, you get paid a percentage commission, right? So not only can you get great products, the best prices, feel better, be healthier, right? Start your health and wellness journey, right? Get better with your workouts. You can also help other people, right? And when you do help other people, you get compensated financially for that, right? So that it's a very honorable uh, uh, platform to be a part of, right? Because it's doing a lot of good in the world, right? Money is great. Making money is great, but money can be used for good or evil, right? Depending on the person who gets the money, right? With something like this, you're just doing nothing but good into the world. You're helping people get healthier, right? And making money on top of that. So, I mean, it's kind of like it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win scenario. All right. So, cracking into a couple more items that we have to get to this morning here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Let's get into the Hunter Biden debacle. So here's what Hunter Biden was convicted of. The president's son, right? The president's own son. Convicted of 3 felonies tied to his purchase of a you know what in 2018. So Hunter Biden, the president's son, was convicted on Tuesday of 3 felonies, right? Lying to a federally licensed dealer, which is a weapons dealer, which carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in jail, which he ain't going to do no 10 years, making a false claim on the federal firearms application, used to screen applicants with a sentence of up to 5 years, and possession of an illegal obtained GUN from October 12th to 23rd, 2018, which carries a maximum punishment of 10 years. So the crime stemmed from the purchase of a handgun by Mr. Biden at one of the low points of his troubled life. Now, if you don't know about his troubled life, this guy is addicted to crack cocaine, or has been addicted to crack cocaine, right? He's been addicted to crack cocaine, bouncing in and out of rehab. He was divorced, hiring, women, hiring women, and having money problems. The New York Times reported last year that Mr. Biden later recounted to friends going into the store on a whim and buying a .38 because he thought spending time at a shooting range would help him avoid using, okay, according to him. In purchasing the GUN, Mr. Biden had to fill out a form for a federal background check. In response to a question on the form about whether or not he was using, Mr. Biden said he was not, right? An assertion that prosecutors successfully persuaded the jury was false. Okay, so the first 2 crimes are essentially the same, that he lied about the use, his drug use, to illegally obtain the weapon, and he falsely claimed that he was not addicted to any stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substance on the federal form known as a 4473. You know how many times people lie on those forms, right? It's just the only reason, well, I don't want to say that. I don't know why he got prosecuted, right? But, anybody can be prosecuted, right? And if they prosecute, they're gonna, the law is big enough that we've all committed some sort of crime, right? You have, I have, everybody has, right? Even Ponzi Patrol has committed a crime in his life. He won't admit it, but he has, right? And hey, if they decide to prosecute you, they're gonna find something. And if they have an airtight case, there's nothing you can do, because there's so much law, right? There's stacks and stacks and stacks of law up to the high heavens. We've all broken one of the codes or another, right? We've all broken 2 or 3 or 300. It's just they decide who to go after and who not to go after, because unfortunately, our system is become so corrupt. All right. So the third conviction, illegal possession of a gun while under the influence of drugs, stems from the time he had the weapon. Haley Biden, his brother's widow, and his romantic partner, that's just disgusting to me, eventually discovered the gun and threw it into a dumpster. So his brother died, and then he got involved romantically with his brother's widow. Is that gross to anybody else? The section of federal law cited in the indictment, 18 U.S. Code 922, is the main statute used to define who can and cannot possess a firearm. It bars drug users, people convicted of felonies, which is me. I can never legally possess a firearm, whose punishment exceeds a 1-year prison sentence. Oh yeah, fugitives from justice, people judged to be mentally defective, and those receiving dishonorable discharges from the military. Okay, so there it is. He's guilty of 3 felonies. Now you know, I my heart goes out to anybody who's dealing with addiction, right? And the thing about growing up under somebody like President Biden is you're growing up privileged. You're growing up rich. You're growing up famous, right? And unfortunately, that can do things to a kid that are not good. It can turn them spoiled, right? It can turn them into a selfish, self-centered person. And addiction loves selfish and self-centered people. Okay, those are the people who really get into the claws of addiction, because you're not thinking about anybody else. You're only thinking about yourself. You're only thinking about feeling better in the moment, which, drugs and alcohol will do that. It'll make you feel better for a short time, right? And then on the other hand, it'll destroy your life, right? Which is unfortunately what's happened to this guy. And when you grow up like that, you become kind of a selfish, self-centered person. You're like the prince. You grow up as a prince, right? And you want other people to bow down before you. You think that you're better than other people. You think that you're smarter than other people. You think that you're better looking than other people, right? It's this whole complex of growing up privileged, right? And that's why those of us who want to gain generational wealth, we talk about that a lot, right? About getting generational wealth. Like, I want to have enough to where my kids are going to have just an awesome life and they will never want or need for anything. But I know that that comes with an additional responsibility on my part, that I have got to make sure that my kids don't become spoiled, rotten brats, because they'll destroy their lives. Look what this guy did. He had everything. He got addicted to crack cocaine. All right, which crack cocaine is nothing to joke about. I was around during the crack epidemic of the 80s and early 90s. And what the crack dealers would do is they would give out free samples, because that's how quick somebody would get addicted. You smoke it once, you're addicted. There was something called crack babies. A whole lot of crack babies being born during that time, where women were addicted to crack, would have babies, and these babies would be born with all kinds of defects. A lot of them are my age now, right? Or just a little bit younger. Born into the world as a crack baby because of this epidemic of crack cocaine. So I don't take that lightly. I mean, it's a hard thing to get all. Addiction is hard for anybody. It's hard to stop. And this guy, he has really, I mean, I don't know, what is he, in his 50s? He's really, really blown up his life. I mean, it's just foul. Being addicted to crack is foul. And then going after your dead brother's widow, right? Can you imagine that? That's just kind of foul. It just kind of is gross. It kind of stinks, right? So now he's been guilty. If you think Biden's going to pardon him, he ain't going to do it before the election, right? Once Biden gets reelected, he'll probably pardon him, right? Which is, whatever. The president has those powers. We know if Trump gets elected, he's going to pardon himself, right? And it's going to, we used to joke about that. And then they would say in the history, oh, no president will ever really do that, right? Man, this country has changed a lot. And it's coming to a boiling point. It really is, right? I mean, the corruption is just a higher level than I've ever seen it, right? Higher level than, anybody I known has ever seen it. My dad, I've had talks with my dad, and he was around for a lot. He was born in the 40s. The 1940s. So he's lived through a lot, and it's more corrupt than he's ever seen it, right? The Supreme Court, corrupt. The president, corrupt, right? The Congress, everybody's being paid off. And that's why I'm not a very political person, right? Because they're all bought and paid for, right? And everybody is out for themselves, right? That's why I believe, right? I believe, and you can love it, you can hate it, but don't knock it until you try it. I believe in the Christian way of life that's taught in the Bible, right? To care about other people, right? Love your neighbor as yourself. Show your love for God by how you treat other people. Thinking about other people rather than yourself. Looking out for each other, right? What happened to that? We're in a society that only cares about itself. Oh, everybody's out for themselves. Stepping and clawing and pushing other people down to get to the top. What happened to looking out for one another? What happened to community? Right? That's why I put my stake in something that's been around for a lot longer than America, which is the Word of God. Right? That's just me. That's just me, right? I have opted out. I've opted out of corrupt politics. Okay. And there's many reasons for that. I mean, I've had a lot of time to reflect on life and think about life. I've been in a lot of trouble in my life. I've been through a lot. I've been through similar things. I was never addicted to crack, but it doesn't matter. I was addicted to other things, right? I had, I was in Vegas. I had prescription pills, problem with that, alcohol, problem with that. And I have been sober now for over 8 years, right? I don't even drink. I don't even have a beer, right? I don't need it, right? I'm perfectly happy in my life without it. So, and so and I've had a lot of time to think of these things, think through these different ideas. And that's why I've come to the conclusions that I have. Maybe you'll come to different conclusions. Maybe you'll come to the same conclusions that I did, right? But I'm always up to talk about it. Okay. So that's the Hunter Biden debacle here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. We've got it's just going, man. It's going with this with these problems and this corruption in our country, and it's coming to a boiling point, unfortunately. But personally, I have properties in other countries, as you know, and there may be a time where I would prefer to live in those places, right? There may be coming a time. So. Now, before we get into the questions and comments segment, we've got to do our Cheaters in the News segment. We have a new day and a new cheater in the news, a new cheating situation, right? This guy's wife, he says, what do you think? Did my wife cheat? Well, let's look into it, okay? So this guy's name is Wrong Always 11, right? Good name, buddy. Wrong Always 11. He says, what do you think? Did my wife cheat? All right, so let's get into this story. I mean, this is a serious story. This guy is going through, of course, my heart goes out to anybody who's going through something like this. But I'm going to give you the raw, harsh truth. Okay, and we're not gonna save your feelings. We're not gonna do anything like that. We're gonna tell you the truth. See, a lot of people want to make a person feel better, right? And so they don't tell them what they really think, and I experience that all the time, right? I can only imagine some of the things that people really think about me, but of course they're not going to say it to my face. I am going to say it. All right, so what do you think? Did my wife cheat? Please let me know what you think about this. I am torn. I have been for years now. He's looking for a response, guys. My wife and I used to live in a very remote place, far away from friends and family. We engaged in the summer of 2017 and moved to the remote area in February of 2018. We found out that same month, February, that we were having a child. Better get it tested, bro. We married June 2018. My wife started a new job in 2019. She had training for about a month. I was working on launching a business while watching our daughter. Well, we've already got problems here. I mean, I'm gonna crack into this, guys. We've already got a problem here. But let me read through it first. Then we'll do kind of an overall, and then we'll read through it because I want to point out a couple things. He's already making mistakes, right? Can you imagine your woman thinking of you as a man while she's out working and you're at home watching the daughter? Is she really thinking of you as a man at that point? Do you think maybe she'd be losing some attraction? What do you think? What do you think? I'm just asking. I started to notice her texting with someone she met in training named Kyle. Okay. I saw her texting him a handful of times. Bro, I would have given her a handful of something else if I seen that. Come on. I started to notice her texting with someone she met at training named Kyle. I saw her texting him a handful of times. She never really seemed to hide it from me, though she never mentioned that she was talking with him. In December of 2019, right, 12/20, she came home from work and said that her cousin, who lived about 3.5 to 4 hours away, could take our child for a few days so that I could work on business and we could have some time together, which we desperately needed. The plan was I'd have Saturday to work and she was going to hang out at her cousin's. Oh, yeah, her cousin. To do some shopping. And she wanted to see the new Star Wars movie. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was, sweetheart. She left Saturday morning about 9 a.m. with our 1-year-old. It ended up taking her almost 6 hours to get there, having to stop a bunch because of our child. She arrived at 3 p.m. Now, I know that our trips with our child always take a long time because we had taken a few times together the trips. A 7-hour trip could take us close to 11 hours. She said she was going to visit a while at her cousin's and ended up texting me around 5:30 or 6 that she was leaving there and going to get some sushi. Now, she was allegedly still in the same town as her cousin lived, about 3.5 hours away. My wife is very empathetic. She's always been good with people and offering sympathy. See, he's trying to say good things about his wife because he loves his wife. He doesn't want this to be real. He's in denial. According to her, she had met a woman at the sushi bar who was having a hard time in life, and they got to chatting. They exchanged numbers. So then she was going to see the Star Wars movie, which either started at 7:30 or 7:50. I can't remember exactly. Who cares, bro? At the time, I didn't think anything of it. I needed the time to work, and I wanted her to have a good day out. She called me around 10:30 or 10:45 and said she was very tired after driving all day and having a couple of drinks before the movie. Why would you have a couple of drinks before the movie? She asked, oh, you want to forget the movie? You want to fall asleep? She asked if it was okay with me if she got a hotel room, right? A hotel room, and just woke up early to drive home. Since she wouldn't end up getting home until 2 a.m. or so. Now, I didn't want her driving tired, right? Oh, yeah, right? I didn't want her driving tired, so I said, oh, yeah, that's fine. No problem. I did ask her why not just go stay at her cousin's, but she was like 30 minutes away, and she didn't want our child to see her and then have to leave again in the morning. This girl's got an answer for everything. So she said the hotel was close, and she'd text me when she got there, which was about 11. We texted a little bit and then said goodnight. Then she texted me the next morning around 7:30, said she'd be home at 11. She was home at 11. My memory's definitely spotty. And my memory sucks in general, but I'm 95% certain on the times and the locations. Now, we were having a very hard time finding the time and energy to be intimate. No, bro. If things are good, you will find the time. If things are not good, then you'll say something like this. We have a very healthy sex life since day one, together about 7 years at this point. But things were just hard with a 1-year-old and nobody to help us out. Now, she did tell me that she ended up talking on the phone with the woman she met at the sushi bar when we got to the hotel. Okay, when she got to the hotel. Rather quickly, she then became flirty and even flashed me a little bit. We decided to go to the bedroom. We also decided to take some photos together, but I couldn't find my phone. So I asked where hers was so I could call mine. Okay. A few seconds after I asked, she said, "Hold on, let me do it," or "Hold on, let me check something first." So she didn't want to pass over the cheating machine. These are called phones, but I call them cheating machines. She didn't want him to have her cheating machine. She didn't want him to look at her phone. So she ends up going to the bathroom. He opens the phone. Then she stood up and looked at him while he was opening her phone, and I saw a look of alarm on her face. Like, oh crap. I immediately saw her coworker Kyle. Her coworker Kyle's name. I immediately saw her coworker Kyle's name at the very top. And he called her about 12 midnight. And the phone call lasted 2 to 4 minutes while she was at the hotel. Below his name in the call log was a random number with a call of about 30 to 45 minutes. I was calm at first, but quickly lost it. Like, lost it. See, this is another issue this guy has. I mean, bro, I can kind of see why she was cheating on you. Okay, I ain't gonna let you off the hook either, bro. I can kind of see with you're kind of a funny guy. You're kind of a funny guy to me. Okay, so now you lost it, right? You know, she started saying stuff like, "Really, really, come on." She told me that he had gotten drunk and called her from his sister's Christmas party. She told me in the heat of the confrontation that she texted him that morning and told him it was getting inappropriate and that they don't need to be talking outside of work. By this time, though, I was full-blown angry and a mess. I was screaming at her and calling her awful names. Dude, really? What was I supposed to think? What are the chances that this guy she's been texting with happens to call her the night she's at a hotel? Now, he lived about 75 to 90 minutes away from where she allegedly stayed, which kind of lined up perfect between the time she called and asked about the hotel and where he lived. I remember looking it up when it first happened and thinking, he had to have been flying if he got there at 12-ish, and thinking she had to have messaged him about the hotel almost immediately after we got off the phone, and he would have had to left immediately after she said to come over. All right? So we fought a bunch, but she was more upset and crying. Of course, she's going to turn on the waterworks and telling me nothing happened. Sure. Right. Sure. At one point, I said, I know you two were talking. I've seen his name popped up while texting. But again, she never really tried hiding it from me. Yes, she did. You just explained. You just talked about how she did. Listen to this. She said that he was someone to talk to and he was nice to her and that I've been working so much. Divorce. Right? This guy should have left a long time ago. She kept trying to hug me, and at one point I pushed her off and she tripped into the curb. She tripped into the crib and broke it. Bro, that's called domestic violence. That's a crime. Bro, you can't do that. You never put your hands on a woman. You just don't do it. Wow. Man, this guy is a piece of work. I want to be clear and lost it. I want to be clear and honest. I lost it. I was screaming and yelling. I was a complete and total lunatic. I can see why she was cheating, bro. You're kind of out of control here. So she texted this guy and told him I saw his phone call and told him not to answer the phone if I call or respond. Yeah, so she's trying to cover her tracks here. She then deleted all their communication before I could look at it. Divorce. I did call this guy and I threatened him on the voicemail. Stupid of me. Her crying and trying to convince me otherwise turned into her becoming angry and calling me crazy. See, and you opened yourself up for that, bro. See, you opened herself up for this woman to turn it around on you. You had you were in the right, bro. You had everything that you needed. But you brought yourself down to a low level to where she turned it around and now she's gaslit you. This continued all day into the next day, which was a Monday. She had to work that Monday. Now, her and this guy did not work at the same office. There was always at least 1 or 1.5 hours between them, drive-wise, and she was never late coming home or anything like that. She left for work that Monday, and I continued to lose it. I called her family. I called her cousin, wanting to know where our child was. At one point, her grandpa came over and told me she showed up at work upset, and his boss talked to her, and that it was company policy to call the police in cases of domestic situations. This ended up being a lie. There was no company policy. The police showed up right as I ripped a window out of our bedroom wall. Wow. This guy's nuts, man. The police showed up right as I ripped a window out of our bedroom wall. It cut me, and I was covered in blood, distraught with a semi-wrecked house. They talked to me for a few minutes and cuffed me, taking me to jail 2 days before Christmas. Oh, yeah. They decided to put me on suicide watch, which means they stripped me of all my clothes and glasses and put me in a tiny cell, to which I stayed for 6 days. My wife immediately regretted doing this. Well, you set yourself up for it, bro. My wife immediately regretted doing this and started the process of trying to drop any charges, to which she couldn't because the state picked up the case against me, which is what they will do every time. After 6 days, I was able to be released, and I saw my wife that night, to which we were both excited to see each other and super upset over everything. Bro, really? My case ended up being deferred, and I never got charged. Oh, lucky you. We talked about it a bit, and I thought it was over, and I believed her. Though it kept creeping up every month for the past 4 years. So this guy has stayed 4 years after this happened. Until about a month ago, I decided to reach out to this guy and ask his side. Okay, so here's what he said. He told me that at training they exchanged numbers with everyone, that everyone was friendly and professional, until one weekend he said my wife messaged him that she was in a hotel in his hometown. Wow. And asked if he wanted to hang out. Oh, man. Bro. He said he refused a few times and then shut off his phone for the rest of the night. He said after that, I called him. He deleted all of his messages with her, and they haven't spoke or seen each other since their training. Yeah, right. What guy do you know would refuse a woman who comes over to where he lives, gets a hotel room, and says, hey, I got a hotel room. I'm pretty close to you. Want to hang out? What man do you know would refuse that? So this guy's a flat-out liar. All right, then, and so, of course, none of this makes sense. Because the way I found the phone call, the call was received from him calling her phone. I asked if she had called, and if he had called, he said no, it's possible, and called him, but he didn't remember, right? He's lying to you, bro. Then I asked if she said anything about her intentions, and he said she didn't say anything about intentions. And then he got kind of short with me and saying, I've told you everything I know. Man, bro, these guys are both, you know what? These two deserve each other, bro. You ought to just let her go with him and have him. I confronted my wife about this, and she was kind of angry and a bit defensive, saying stuff like, I thought he was my friend, but I realized he had ulterior motives, and he was always fishing for compliments and trying to get me to say nice things about him. Yeah, right. My worry is that the truth is a mix of both of their stories. She asked him to come over through the message. He called her, but the length of the phone doesn't make sense. It was a quick, yeah, I'll come over. If it was a quick, yeah, I'll come over. What room are you? Then the phone would have only been like 30 seconds. No, that's not necessarily true. Not 2 to 4 minutes. And then there would be a long phone call with a random number, which lines up with what she said about meeting that woman and talking on the phone. Bro. Dude, you are a SIMP. Okay, if they wanted to have time together, why didn't they just do it after my wife dropped off our child? Why wait for 5 hours and take it on a chance that I'd say it was okay with her getting a hotel? People having affairs don't usually take 45 minutes to talk on their phone with some random person in the middle of being with their affair partner, right? They could have easily gotten a room together in the late afternoon or evening. Waiting until 10:30 just doesn't seem to make sense. Then even if he got there around 12, they would have been up until at least 1:30 or 2 o'clock, to which he woke up at 7-ish and drove home 3.5 hours of sleep. Was this just a coincidence? I can't stop thinking about it. My wife and I have always been head over heels for each other. No, you've been head over heels for her. The feeling was not mutual. The way she looks at me and I her, people have always said it's clear she loves you very much. Oh, brother. All right. So there it is. There's the cheating story of the day. There's his situation. And so here's what it is. Obviously, according to what I've read here, she cheated on you, bro. It's just like it's spelled out before you, and you are in complete denial. There's no way she was talking to a strange woman for 30 to 45 minutes. No way, bro. There's no way she got a hotel room and contacted this man and nothing happened. You caught her, right? Just look, the first time she wouldn't have let you see the phone, right? She said, oh, wait a minute. I can't let you see my phone. There might be something on it. That is cheating, bro. That's cheating. She basically confessed it right then. Your problem is that you don't understand female nature. See, your first mistake is sitting at home and letting her go to work. Okay? Now she's taking on the role of the provider, which is a masculine role, and you're taking on the role of watching the child, which is a feminine role. And if she's a straight woman, she doesn't want to be with a woman, bro. She wants to be with a man. And she can't look at you as a man if you're in your feminine, taking care of a kid at home, and she's off working. Boom. There's the end of your relationship right there. I guarantee you that's when she started looking around for somebody else. So who does she find? She finds Kyle, right? She finds the Chad, right? She finds the Tyrone. She finds the Pookie. She finds the Ray Ray. She no longer is interested in you, bro, because basically she's straight. She's looking for a man. She's not looking to be with another woman. So that's your first mistake. And then the second mistake is you basically caught her with that phone incident. So when she wouldn't hand you the phone when you asked for it, that shows you right there that she's got something on it she don't want you to see. So she's lying to you. And that's a cheat in and of itself. That's a breaking of your marriage vows. Obviously, the cheating itself is a breaking of the marriage vows. So her going outside the marriage, the vows are already broken. The marriage is already over, right? And you can't, we've got this thing in our society where the good man stays, right? No. Your life will be ruined, bro, if you stay with a woman like this because she don't want you. She wants Kyle. The marriage is already over. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry for the kid. That's a shame. But when the kid grows up and becomes of age, you can explain what happened. Right? That's all you can do. All right. So, now you got way out of control too, bro. When you started busting up the house, you pushed her into the crib, right? You physically manhandled her. You attacked her. Right? You committed domestic violence. See, this is why you should have left at the beginning. When this happens, when you catch your woman cheating, it's over. You don't stay in the relationship for 4 years. You don't put your freaking hands on your woman. No, as soon as you catch her, as soon as you see that there's cheating, the marriage is already broken. The vows have been broken. The marriage is over. There is no marriage. You leave, bro. That's your duty as a man. Get up, walk out, and leave. There are billions of women in the world. Right? You can find a better woman than this. You can work on yourself to become a better man because I think in this case, bro, I think you brought this on yourself from acting like a feminine, staying with the kid, letting her go out and work. And then you cry all the time, right? You're always fussing at her. You're quote unquote losing it. You're pushing her into stuff. You're breaking the windows, busting yourself up, bleeding. You're getting arrested for domestic violence, right? I understand. I'm not saying I don't understand. Believe me, I can identify with you more than most. I've been there, right? It doesn't work. You're not going to get the result that you want by acting that way. It just doesn't work, bro. Once you grow a backbone, you stand up to her and you leave, right? And then she will gain attraction for you again. She'll come back. But here's the thing, brother. By the time she comes back, you might not even want her anymore because you have moved on, right? You have stood up. You have gained self-respect. You have gained self-control, right? You've become a better man, a better person. You're probably attracting better women into your life. You probably don't want her anymore, right? By the time she turns around and wants to come back to you. But doing what you did, bro, you made every mistake in the book here. You killed the attraction of the marriage. Then when you caught the cheating, you didn't leave, which is what you should have done. And you still to this day cannot come to grips with the fact that this woman cheated on you and that this relationship really has been over for years. It's a sick relationship that you're in. And until you get out of it, I don't think you're going to get better, right? You can change. You can be helped. All right. But the first step is you've got to separate yourself from this situation completely, bro. Completely. Or else, you know what? You're going to blow up on her. You're going to end up pushing her down the stairs or something. She's going to end up hurt or worse. And your life's going to be over. You're going to be in jail. Right? That's where this thing is going. Right? So you need to seriously, you know what? Forget about her at this point. You need to work on you, my brother. You need to fix this emotional problem that you have, right? You need to fix this feminine energy that you're walking in, right? You need to like go back, and I don't know if you've got a dad in your life or whatever, but bro, find some men in your life. Find whatever is missing in you that you didn't grow into the masculine man that you're supposed to be. You need to find that, get in touch with that, and get better, right? This has nothing to do with her at this point, right? But definitely don't stay with her because she's already lost attraction for you a long time ago, bro. A long time ago when she started all this cheating business in the first place, right? So you're just wasting your life right now, and you have to change. You got to do it now. You can't wait. You can't stay in denial, right? Thinking that this cheating didn't happen because it's obvious to me. It's obvious to everybody who hears this. It's obvious to everybody who reads this article, bro, that it happened, right? Let's look at some of the comments. All right, so this person said, "You will never know the whole truth, man. Period." That's true because she's never going to tell the full truth, right? And that's something else you'll learn about just about female nature in general. She's never going to tell you the full truth, right? They can keep secrets to their grave, bro. So and they have to, right? They have to because men are strong. Men are stronger than women. Men get crazy, get physical. If women don't keep secrets, women get hurt. All right, so you will never know the whole truth, man, period. By this time, your wife and this coworker have gotten their story lined up. Here's what you do know. Number one, she had an emotional affair with this man. Hello. Number two, she invited him to her hotel, and you don't know if he went. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. That's enough, right? That's more than enough. Your wife was going to have another man in her hotel. Intent is just as bad. Exactly. Right? She deleted everything, so you can't know what really happened. Thank you. All of these are worth leaving someone over. She cheated, maybe not physically, although I think it was. I think it was too, bro. She lied, manipulated, gaslit, and none of this says that she loves you. Right? Exactly, bro. This was not a coincidence. All right, guys, let's get into the questions and comments segment of our segment this morning. And let me go ahead and go to the dashboard. We did have a couple of comments, a couple of questions come in yesterday, so I want to go over those. And let's see. Let's take a look. I'm having these robots come into my my YouTube again because some of the views pick up. Every time the views pick up, the robots come in and try to get these scam like Aaron Techie or whatever it is to help you retrieve your crypto. They're just going to take more of your money. All right, so here we go. Somebody said, how can I reach you? By email? Yes. If you want to reach me, you can send me an email. My link is in the description, right? The link is in the description. So it's, let's see. Or maybe it's not. Actually, I got to put my email link back into the description, guys. So that's the problem. Let me fix that. Okay, so yeah, my link is actually not in the description. So, but yeah, you should be able to email me. So I'm going to put my email link back into the description. Good question. All right, let me go ahead and get it here. Yeah, so my email, guys, is unlimitedfreedom6500@proton.me. Let me copy the address. And I will add that to my future descriptions. Email me here. All right, so there's my email, and then let's fix this. Okay, yep. So that's the email, and then I'm also going to share that with this guy because my bad. Here you go. Okay, and then this person says the beekeeper is onto them about Cynthia Pettion. Yeah. I mean, when you got the New York Attorney General starting to go after you, you got problems. That's all I got to say. When you got the New York Attorney General going after you, you have problems, man. Okay, and then this person said, do you have problems depositing over 10,000 cash into your bank? Doesn't it get reported to the government agencies? So, and that's about the Ultimo card. So here's the thing about the Ultimo card. I'm not trying to get anybody to avoid paying taxes. That's not what I'm trying to do here. So, yeah, if you got to, the thing is, I like the Ultimo card because the government can't snoop on what you're doing, right? That's why I like it. But yeah, dude, you got to pay your taxes, right? Just simple as that. So I think your whole question here is like, isn't your bank going to report large cash deposits? Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will, man. And you got to have an account for that, right? Get yourself a CPA, make sure you pay your taxes, right? Make sure that you're doing the right, because it's not worth it, right? You don't want to do like tax evasion or some other thing like that and then end up getting in trouble, right? It's just not worth it. You got to pay the man. It's a tax. If you want to live in the land of the free, you got to be a slave, right? If you want to live in the land of the free, you got to pay. Oh, man. Can't make this stuff up. Appreciate you guys coming through. Unlimited Freedom Network. We'll see you guys on the next one. And take care, guys. If you need anything, just drop me a comment, okay? We'll talk to you soon. Unlimited Freedom Network.